If you still cut your trouser band straight without considering the fact that our waist is not straight all around from the front to the back, then you might not be having a good finishing, and also your trouser band might be gaping just like this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut a perfect trouser band that is going to sit well on your waist and is not going to gape in any form. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time here, my name is Grace and I share sewing tutorials and DIYs on this channel. This tutorial is going to be very simple and straightforward, so make sure that you stay to the end of the video, and also don't forget to like, comment and share. And without further ado, let's get into the video and start learning. In order to cut out this band, you must have sewn your trouser up to this extent. That is, you must have joined it at the waist, and the next thing to do is to add the band. Now the first thing I will do is to measure out the length of the band on both the front and the back. So for the front, I'm going to be measuring from this side that carries the zipper fly up to the side where it's being joined at the waist. Then I'll record what I have. I have 9 inches for the front. Then I will also measure half of the back, which I have 8 inches for the back when I measured it. So that's the measurement I'm going to be working with on the pattern as I draft out the band. Now this is the pattern paper that I'm going to be using. This measures 20 inches long and also about 7 inches wide, so you can just work with a little piece like that. Now on the pattern paper, the first thing that I'm going to be doing is just to draw a straight line across like this. So once I measure this straight line like this, I'm going to be placing my tape on the line that I just measured and get the midpoint. So mine is at 10 inches. I marked the midpoint over there. So from the midpoint to one side, I'm going to be taking my back measurement. So remember, I got 8 inches when I measured half of the back, so I will mark 8 inches over there. Now I'm going to be raising the band. So on the pants, remember that whenever we are drafting, we used to raise the back of the pants. Depending on whatever you raise yours with, you will now come here and mark that. So I raised mine with 1.5 inches when I was drafting this pant, and I will mark 1.5 inches over there. Then I will connect from the midpoint like this to meet that 1.5 inches. So if you raised your own pants at the back at 1 inch, 2 inches, you are just going to mark it at that point. Then I will just go ahead and label that area back. Then from that middle again, I will come to the other side by 9 inches, which is what I have on the front when I measured it. So from there, I will measure how wide I want my band to be, and I want mine to be 1.5 inches wide. So I will mark that and connect it together with a straight line like this. So this part is going to be front. Then from this baseline, I will now take 1.5 inches width for my band all the way around. Okay, you see, so when I get to this back area, I'm going to be taking that 1.5 inches from this new line that we came up by. I hope you are understanding this. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. So I'm just marking 1.5 inches around because that's how wide I want my band to be when I attach it to the pants. So I'm going to also connect that back part as well like this, and I will use my curved rule to just connect up all those dotted lines in order to have my full band. Now so once this is carefully done, I'm just going to go ahead and label this properly. This is back, as you can see, and this is front. Now I will use my scissors to cut this out. So this right here is what the curved band look like. As you can see, this is not totally straight, so I'm just going to be using my marker to indicate that part that is the down part, so that when I cut it on the fabric, I'm not going to be confused. So I have my fabric here. I'm going to fold it into 4. I already ironed interfacing to make it easy, so I'll fold it into 4 like this. Then I'll place it in such a way that the back part is going to be on the folded edge. Then I'll go ahead and pin it down like this. Now if you are sewing a pant that the opening is at the back instead of the front, that means when you are using this band, you are going to be cutting the front fold instead. That is, if your zip is at the back and not the front like mine. I hope you get that. So I'm going to be adding half an inch allowance to both the up and the down parts of this band. That's because I'll be using that half an inch allowance to join it to the down part and also to join it at the upper part. So just go ahead and add half an inch allowance around. Then I will just join it together like this. And also at the tip at the front, I would like to add like a flap over the zipper fly area. So I'm just going to be adding like 1 inch here to the front side, so that could serve as a flap at the zipper fly area. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut my band out. So after cutting, this is what I have. This is what the band looks like. So I'm just going to be marking the down part so that when I'm joining, I will not be confused where the down part is. So I'm going to be placing the two bands right sides facing each other like this, and I'm going to sew the upper part alone with half an inch seam allowance. So I'll go ahead to the sewing machine and sew the upper part, and after sewing, I'll go ahead and notch it all the way around, then turn it over to the other side. So after notching, I opened it up like this. Then I'll go ahead and top stitch on one side of the band. This is actually optional, but just to make it look neat, I'll go ahead and top stitch on one side. After doing that, then I'll use my iron to press it down so that it will look nice and very flat. So as you can see, this band is not straight, it's bent because our waist is not straight all around as well. So now it's time to join it to the pants. So I'm going to get my band like this and I'll open it up. Then I will pick the middle like this and start from the middle at the back as well. Place it right sides facing each other like this and use my pin to join it all the way around. So I started from the middle of the band at the back and placed it on the middle of the pant at the back, and I'm pinning it all the way around, as you can see. So when I get here where the band ended here, I will notch it down so that when I get there, I can close it up like this. Can you see? So I will use pin to hold that place down and also pin the other side as well. So you just have to do this gently and everything is going to stay correctly. So when I get to the other side as well where the flap ended, I'm going to fold the band into two and run a stitch as well. Then so I'm going to sew this with half an inch all around, and when I'm done, this is what I have. So can you see that the outside is already looking nice? The last thing now is to conceal the inside. So I'm going to be folding it in with half an inch like this and using my pin to hold it down. So when I'm using the pin to hold it down, I make sure that it's not staying on the lines that we already sew in front. Hope you understand. It's staying below the lines. So I'll go ahead again and fold this other side. So basically you can just fold all the way around like you see me doing it here to make your work easier. And make sure you are folding below the former lines because we are going to be stitching directly into the former lines that we have. I hope you understand that. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it on the sewing machine now. So this is it. After I've pinned it down, I'm going to be stitching directly inside the former stitch that we had in front. So they call this method stitching in the ditch, so that it's going to like hide inside what you have before and still cover the one at the back. So After doing that, can you see what I have? You can hardly see the stitches outside because we stitched it in the ditch. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for staying till the end, and if you are not subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, make sure that you subscribe and also turn on your notification bell so that whenever I drop helpful tutorials like this, you'll be the first to be notified. Also, the full tutorial of this pants is going to be uploaded on this channel very soon, so stay tuned to get to watch the full tutorial of how I made this palazzo pants. So once again, thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next tutorial. Bye.